every company struggles with is lead flow, right? I can't risk a bad business relationship or a bad marketing investment. I need something that's going to work. And you guys have given us an insane, awesome return. $150 for that lead, and it's a 40-some thousand dollar, almost $50,000 deal. 3,300 total, and we made a couple $100,000.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
if anybody's looking to
That's a good
invest under
return, huh?
5 grand, if anybody's looking to invest under 5 grand to get over a couple $100,000 back, yeah, it's HomeDirective. I closed 9 out of 10.
Close 90% closing rate.
They were laydowns. They were already prepped and ready. They were sold on us from the ad they saw, and they just bought. I ended up getting a brand new 2026 Ford Escape as a result of that. I've had obsessed girlfriends respond slower than you guys. Like, you guys are incredibly fast turnaround. If you advertise, we're HomeDirective, you're going to get 50 times your investment. If someone's watching this and they're tired of that anxiety, you guys are it. You're the answer. HomeDirective is the answer to the problem. It just, you are. You guys have been fantastic. I wish we would have discovered you guys ages ago.
Jeremiah, pleasure to have you in a meeting. I feel like I was just in a meeting to kind of get you guys onboarded, but you guys have been absolutely crushing it the first period after we're launching a campaign. So here we are again for kind of a quick interview going over how things have been working with us so far. Now, for those watching this video, if you don't mind, just give a quick introduction to kind of who you are, what you guys do, so on and so forth.
Yeah, StormGuard Roofing, been roofing over 20 years. And I mean, a long time. I've been doing it a long time. So was typically a leader in the field when it came to closing deals. The only thing that every company struggles with is lead flow, right? So if you don't have a lead, doesn't matter how good of a closer you are if you have nothing to close. So yeah, that's who we are. We're roofers.
Cool. Awesome. Now to kick it off, I always like to ask, like, what made you decide to partner with us in the first place? Where did you find us? What was the kind of deciding factor for you guys to move forward with us once you get signed up?
Well, I'm a Gen X. I'm not a millennial, and so I'm not tech savvy like a lot of people. I grew up going to see Nirvana live, not wearing the T-shirt from Walmart, and so I didn't know the tech side of things like I thought I did. And I'm watching all these other things on Facebook that everybody else is putting in front of me, and I didn't know how they were doing it. And when I looked into learning it myself, seemed like a lot. So I started taking calls, and I started clicking on all of them and signing up for meetings like crazy. And
Yeah.
I ended up doing around 12 a week, and just got burned out, honestly. And the number one thing that I kept hearing from everybody is all this ginormous upfront cost that they wanted, and then not a whole lot of guarantee with results. And that's a little scary when someone's asking for 10 G's, and the kid's 22 years old and he's asking for 10 bands, and he's in Canada or he's in Texas or wherever the heck he is, and you have no idea, or California, and you have no idea where they're at. You know what I mean? And they also didn't seem to care about me. They just said, "Are you going to do it or not? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?" And they were trying to just get the close. And since I'm a closer, I know what they're doing. And they were really bad closers because they were extremely pushy, and they thought their high pressure of, "You do it today," and the dude takes like 7 grand off. And that didn't give me any peace of mind, because you start at 10 grand and you're worth 10 grand. I'm paying 10 grand if I'm going to get $1 million result. I don't care. Like, you get what you pay for. So I'm fine with that. But the thing that I saw everybody lacked more than anything was professionalism. There was no steady confidence. And when I had my meeting with you guys, because I saw your girl just saying, "Are you tired of people just blowing you up and promising results and not producing anything?" Like, that's literally your ad. And I was like, yeah. So like, I'm on the other end of the thing, just like a customer. And it goes, "Are you wanting somebody that's going to show you the results without asking a giant upfront fee?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, click here." And I'm like, I did it. And then I met you, and your military background, your confidence, the way you held yourself, your professionalism, gave me peace after a storm of uncertainty, is the best way to say it. I mean, I went through the gauntlet of online ads and all these online people, meeting rooms with 10 people and they're all talking over each other. And then I
Yeah.
went to the peace and quiet of you and your boom mic and your city background, and I was like, this is nice. I can do this. This is okay. And you were real steady. You were consistent. You didn't push. You just you showed me your screens of what you could produce and what you'd done. And I
Mhm.
had peace about it. And to me, having peace about a business decision is everything. If you don't have peace about something you're getting ready to walk into, uh, oh, you're stupid because peace is everything. You have to have peace in business. And I had peace about working with you guys and it paid off for sure.
Appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of marketers out there, so it's super important to kind of do due
It was
diligence and kind of feel right with the partner that you move forward 100%.
Well, that and you guys were really great about explaining things to us about what you needed us to do, the scripts you gave us, and everything else. So I felt like when we did go on with you guys, not only was the upfront investment of it, and I say investment because we had a return. I know you're probably going to get to that, but the upfront investment was so small compared to everybody else, and the return was so big. It was
Mhm.
just, not only was it a no-brainer, it made me excited. Like, why aren't we doing this sooner? Like, I
Yeah.
wish we would have discovered you guys ages ago and not had to go through some pains of paying other companies and losing close to like 7 grand. And I think I told you that when I met you, that we
Yeah.
lost like 7K on other lead sources that were just scams,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And remember you mentioned that. Now, what do you feel like is the biggest difference between us or like anyone else who tried before, since you tried some things before, lost some money here and there? What's the biggest
Every
difference?
time, well, with you and David and your team, the thing that I love is number one, the prompt turnaround. I call David, he calls me right back. I message David, he messages me right back. You message me right back. We're in the group thread. You guys need something, you get it. We get it over to you. Hey, thank you very much. It's like I've had obsessed girlfriends respond slower than you guys. Like you guys are incredibly fast turnaround on how you
Appreciate
respond,
it.
and your communication is incredible. And communication is everything in business and any relationship. And you guys are on it, man. I mean, it. So that again is another. If someone's watching this and they're tired of that anxiety, you guys are it. You're the answer. Home Directive is the answer to the problem. It just you are. You guys have been fantastic. Ask me about my sales. You got to ask me what we've done in a week.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we only had your campaign running for I think like 2 weeks, to a little bit over maybe. Now, how's the results been that period we had the campaign live?
Couple hundred grand.
Couple hundred grand. And how much you spent? Like couple grand or?
Not even that. So
Mm.
am I allowed to say what I gave you guys and then what it was or
Yeah,
whatever?
100%.
Are you sure? Okay. So we gave you 1,500 and then we did an ad campaign where we just paid for Facebook to run the whatever you guys had set up.
Hmm.
And gosh, it didn't even get to, let me use my calculator real quick. I'm not that smart. Let's go here. So 1,800 plus 1,500, 3,300 total, and we made a couple $100,000.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
if anybody's looking to
That's a good
invest under
return,
five
huh?
grand, if anybody's looking to invest under 5 grand to get over a couple $100,000 back, yeah, it's Home Directive.
That's a good
And the
return. Yeah.
great thing is these are all people clicked you. They found you. They clicked you. It's
Mhm.
not I show up and they don't know they were laydowns. And any guy who's in sales knows what a freaking laydown is. A laydown is you get to have a mook dude who doesn't know what the heck he's doing sign the lead up. You didn't need to be a sales closer to close these leads. They were
Mhm.
laydowns. They were already prepped and ready. They were sold on us from the ad they saw, and they just bought. And it
Yeah.
wasn't like just like this one deal. Roy in North Manchester, Indiana. He's siding, roofing, gutters. He's a whole kit caboodle. We paid $150 for that lead, and
Hmm.
it's a 40-some thousand dollar, almost $50,000 deal.
Heck yeah. So you signed
Paid
up for
150
roofing and then
bucks.
he turned out into like siding, gutters, everything.
Gets everything. And he
Yeah.
goes, and then even better, he goes, hey, if you don't mind, we're gonna pay cash. So instead of it being finance, me having a finance fee and all this other stuff, he goes, we're gonna pay cash. Is that okay? Do you mind if I have time to go to my bank? I was like, yeah, go ahead if you want to do that. So it's
Nice.
Yeah, you want to give me cash? I don't have to pay a bank contractor's fee. Yeah, go ahead. So that's just
Awesome,
one
great.
example of one of your leads. Like the other one, the lady was just like, "Oh, it's StormGuard. Give me a hug. Hi, I saw your ad." And that's the reception you're getting at
Yeah,
StormGuard when before they're going, "I got 12 other estimates. I got a guy coming in 30 minutes, and then so I need you to hurry up."
yeah,
Those are the other leads. You know what I mean? You're sharing them with 12 other companies. And this one guy had 18 estimates. Not these. These are just ours, exclusive to us. I'm huge on exclusive leads. I hate sharing leads with other people.
yeah. I know that's a big problem for pretty much everyone coming to us. So, and also making sure, people are not just tire kicking or shopping around is also a big thing. So,
Yeah,
100%.
everybody was ready to buy. And one couple, even now, had their insurance out the other day. They've already signed with us. They already put half down. It's a
Mhm.
$17,300 deal. And their insurance is trying to find reasons on not to do it. And it's like, good thing we got StormGuard. Screw you, State Farm, and just whatever. And they're all pissed at the insurance agent, but they're
Yeah,
thrilled they found us because of the ad you helped us create.
yeah.
And I have, as you can see, I got 6 kids, and I can't afford to waste money. I can't afford to barely get by or just have enough. I live on 2,000 a week as a budget. And
Hmm.
then, and you got 600 bucks of that, if not seven, is food.
Yeah.
So it's I'm just saying, like, we have a lot of needs. So to me, I can't risk a bad business relationship or a bad marketing investment. I need something that's going to work. And you guys have given us an insane, awesome return for sure.
Hmm. Appreciate that. Awesome. Now, how many appointments did you get, and what was your closing rate on the appointments that we gave you?
Out of 10, I closed 8.
So 80% closing rate.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically well, no.
You're a machine, Jeremiah, huh?
Aaron called us back. So 9. I closed 9 out of 10.
Close 90% closing rate. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that's over industry standard, huh?
Yeah, he was going through, I forgot about Aaron. He was going through Allstate, and Aaron called us back, and he's paying cash. And since he's paying cash, he tried to negotiate, and I'm like, no. And so I forgot about Aaron, but Aaron said no initially, and then called us back because he saw our ad again and said, "Oh, I'm going to go with those guys." And that's the guy that had 18 estimates. And so what's funny is your ad brought Aaron, that was from a different lead company where they
Hmm.
gave us shared leads, you know.
Okay.
We
So then
weren't,
he just
and
collected
so
estimates
really you
left, right.
guys helped us bring him back around to where
Hmm.
who initially said, "No, I'm going to get other estimates." Then he kept seeing our ad and then calls us and said, "Yeah, let's go and go." So even though technically Aaron isn't going to show up on your system of a lead for me, he ended up being a callback because of him seeing your ad again of us.
Nice. Okay.
So he saw StormGuard and he called us back.
And do you know like how much you closed for?
Yeah, that's $27,000.
27,000. Nice. Okay. So to ramp it up, you've spent like $3,000, did
Three
eight or
thousand three
nine
hundred.
deals,
Yeah,
3,300, did like nine
correct.
deals, couple $100,000 in revenue, 80 to 90% closing rate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah, so 207,000 total gross.
mhm.
Net we could say 160 after office expenses and blah blah. So yeah, made a couple hundred grand, little over 150,000. And then yeah, I paid
So like in 50 times return
3,300
on
bucks.
investment.
Yeah, if you advertise, we're HomeDirective, you're going to get 50 times your investment. What's funny is that sounds like a scam unless you get it. And I'm telling you, with you guys, you get it. And
Mhm.
it was nuts to me because I heard this 3 times from the 10 leads. Some of the people were sold. They said, "We don't click on ads, but we liked you guys."
Yeah.
That was
How you
cool.
position the ads and the targeting. what you put out there is also super important. A lot of agencies put some static images or just some, copy and paste things, and
Well,
really want
AI.
something that
I see a
represents
lot of I
AI.
see a lot of AI, and you guys were huge on it being us and us reading the scripts you had, and I think that meant everything. That made the
Yeah,
difference. It was
representing
them
your
seeing
company.
us, and then they met us, and
Mhm.
that was huge.
Awesome. Cool. Now, what's your goals within the next couple months or years or working with us? Do you have any goals for that?
Yeah, of course. I want to do over this year. I want you to be realistic. If I can do over 3 million, I'm happy. So
Nice.
next year I want to do over four, and then we'll just add 1 million every year. If not that, unless we have an insane quarter. If we have an
Mhm.
insane couple months, and obviously we're doing a couple 100 grand in 2 weeks, I might have to update that goal and modify it a lot. But
Mhm.
I shoot for a goal, and then once I reach the goal, I double it. So
Mhm.
if I hit 4 million sooner than I think, then obviously I'm just going to be like, okay, let's see if we can do four more, and then just have an insane month. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, you made 200 grand in 2 weeks, right? So let's see where we
Right.
can take things,
It doesn't seem that hard. Not when you
No,
have HomeDirective. It helps.
appreciate that. Now, last question. What would you say to a contractor that is maybe thinking about becoming one of your partners, but they're right there on the fence?
Well, you don't have anything to lose. So you have money you're burning every single day on finishing installs and paying a crew and everything else. You pay a crew because the roof's done. You pay these guys to get roofs to get done. It's it's not it's not it's not anything other than just basic math. You pay, you get results. Same thing. You pay for your labor, you get a roof finished. You want leads, you need to talk to these guys. It's that's it. If they don't want to do it, then they don't like money and results. They're allergic to it. They need to get out of the business and go sell vacuums.
Yep. Appreciate that. Cool. That was pretty much everything on my end. Is there anything else that you would add or talk about, or really just anything before we hop off this call?
Thanks for making me look good. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity. So this is a 46-year company. It's been around since 1986, and the founder handed it to me because of my background in closing and sales. And I'm not a lead generation person, I'm a closer. So I was nervous, and you guys made me look good. And I ended up getting a brand new 2026 Ford Escape as a result of that. Um, like he goes, here, you were in it. And I'm just like,
Really?
I love you,
Nice.
David and Nick. You guys are awesome. So, um, thank you for the new car, and
Appreciate it.
also
No worries, Jeremiah.
thank you for the results, and look forward to doing a lot of business in the future for sure.
Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you so much.